Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crumbl Unboxed. You guys, as always, we have fantastic content planned for you today. Our wonderful co-host for today's episode is the Director of Research and Development here at Crumbl, which is just a really fancy way to say the Queen of Cookies. This is Olivia Walke. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us, what is I'm just going to call you the Queen of Cookies, but the Director of Research and Development, what does that job entail?
Well, it means that I get to lead a really fantastic team in making all of the cookies that you get to see every week. All the new cookies, making improvements. We get to play around in a kitchen all day. It's a dream.
That's so fun. Okay, and so the team is responsible for creating all the recipes. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So all you people out there who are mad about certain cookies, or you want to hear, or you want to try cookies, you want to see them on the menu, this is the team responsible for that. Do you feel a lot of pressure in that role? I would feel overwhelmed.
It's always really interesting because cookies and food in general is such like a big part of people's lives, and recipes are really personal. The way that your grandma makes a cookie, the way that your mom makes a cookie, it's just different for every single person. So trying to tap into that nostalgia and making sure that like that recipe embodies to everyone the same thing is really fun and really interesting.
What is the most amazing, interesting, unique flavor you've worked on in your time here?
Oh, we've done some really cool ones recently that I'm really excited for people to see. That's coming up in like the next 6 months.
Ooh, secret. Secret. We won't tell you. You'll have to see.
But some past ones that I've really loved have been like the cranberry crumb cake that just came out.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm. It was a really fun holiday one. Our pistachio chocolate pie. A little controversial.
It was a little controversial. I remember that one.
People don't love mixing pistachio and chocolate, as it turns out, which is a fun fact.
I do remember trying that, and I would say that I was conflicted. It wasn't bad, but it's probably more for a pistachio lover, and that's exactly what it's designed for.
We try to make everyone happy.
Were you around for the almost everything bagel cookie?
I was not. No.
Okay.
But I did try
Controversy.
I know. It's always fun trying to mix savory and sweet.
Yeah, super. So, and we don't do a lot of savory cookies right now, I would say. Is that really hard to do?
It's just not as much a part of the culture in the U.S. to have more savory sweet things. So it's always fun to try and find that balance so that we can reach every consumer, every customer, because we want to make everyone happy. We want everyone's childhood treats to be represented in our brand.
100%. And so when we're creating flavor profiles, or you and your team, I should say, are we going more for like nostalgic flavors? Do we want to be bold, unique? Is it a nice combination?
We try to do a nice combination. We want people to have an option every week. That's what's so fun about our rotating menu is we can try new things. We can try to branch out. And if people don't like it, it's okay, because next week it'll be something completely different.
You'll like it next week.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell me about you and your background. What brought you to Crumbl?
So I have a food science degree and a culinary arts degree.
Oh.
So a nice mix of...
Very exciting.
Yeah, of science and hands-on flavor development. Before this, I worked at a consulting firm helping restaurants and other food companies create menus and food items. But I also got to work like at a German chocolate factory doing R&D work for a while, which was really super fun, and all led me here.
Okay, so you're actually like the queen of food then. Maybe that's what we'll say. The queen of recipes. There's so many things that like I feel like could fit into your job description. But tell me a little bit about the research and development process at Crumbl. You talked about how you did that at some other places. What does it look like here?
Well, what's different here than anywhere else that I've been at is the menu team, which is the department that I fall into, actually has 3 parts. So we have research and development where I live, but we also have recipe assessment and testing. So each of those things touches on in making the best cookie in the world. And that includes, so R&D is making the recipes, trying different bases, frostings, toppings, and then it goes to recipe assessment where they make sure that any baker in any of our stores can make it and make it right.
Yes. And a quick note on this. A lot of people don't think about this, but it's like 16-year-olds,
Mm-hmm.
18-year-olds, like younger people who are, making these recipes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that we offer a gourmet cookie experience, right? But it's still got to be something that a younger baker can accomplish. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a challenge.
Yes, that's trying to create culinary techniques that anyone can do is a really fun aspect of the job.
Right.
It's really, but they do a great job.
Well, and even teaching people how to do like the swirl of frosting, like that's more challenging than you would think.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, amazing work that you guys do. So after recipe assessment, right, then would go to testing, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have 50 testing stores. I think actually a little bit more now across the nation. And that's where our test stores come in so that we can get feedback not only from our bakers, but also our customers. We want to know what they like, what they don't like. And we also want to make sure that our bakers feel like they can do it.
Right.
And making sure that we can improve it in any way we can, both for our customers and for our bakers.
Yes. Well, and I think another thing that people also don't realize when it comes to our cookies is that they very rarely run in the same form twice. Like you guys are constantly, even if a cookie's been on the menu, several times, your team is always collecting feedback and reassessing those cookies and making them better in any way that you can imagine. Is that right?
We call those revamps.
Revamps. Never revamped cookie.
Just trying to make it better. We want to improve, and we definitely listen and look at feedback. So
right, and would you say that's like a majority of our cookies are like over time they're revamped?
I would say on our day-to-day, 25% of our time is spent on working on already existing cookies, making those better, and then 75% is working on new cookies.
So we have a couple kitchens on site, and you guys are going to get to tour at least one of them a little bit later. We'll let Olivia talk more about that. But they also make cookies for content creation, and they made the cookies that we're going to try here today. So what team created these cookies?
So that's our external content team. So any videos that you see of the cookie break videos, the weekly flavor drop videos, that's all cookies that are made on site with that team, and they do a really great job.
Wow. So anything you see on Instagram or TikTok, those are all made here in our kitchen in-house. They also provide all of the cookies for our podcast every single week. So I am particularly thankful for them because they help me get my sugar fix. So we're so thankful for all of the research and development teams. You guys do such great work.
Well, thank you.
So more on recipe assessment and research and development and the creation of cookie recipes. There are elements to it that I don't think our fans are aware of, but that your team is always thinking about. And one of those pieces is creating profitable recipes for our franchise partners. So obviously we want the cookies to be good to all of you, the fans that are trying them. But we have franchise partners who are creating these cookies, and we want to make sure that whenever we're running menu items, that it's something that's profitable for all of our franchise partners. We like to say we're the sweetest franchise out there. And so, I mean, that you guys take that into account as well, right?
And that can come from labor, so how long it takes to make each cookie, because we do make every single component in-house. Every dough is made from scratch in store, frosting, streusels, all of that. All of our bakers are doing pretty much every day. And so making sure that it's not too complicated so that their labor isn't super high. We try to look at ratios of, okay, if we're going to use this specific ganache, okay, then we need to make sure not only does it balance with flavor, that we're making sure it balances in cost for our franchise partner as well.
Oh, I love that. So, I mean, it's a sweet experience for the customer, but also the people who own stores across the nation. So, I mean, you guys are doing great work. Fantastic. Well, we have a cookie here with us. Should we give it a try?
Yes, I think we should.
All right. Let's, oh, this is an empty box. Love that. Here we go. What do we have in here? I don't even know what's in this box. This is going to be super fun. Do you know what this is?
I do. This is a new cookie. It's the brookie dough pie.
Brookie dough pie?
Brookie dough pie.
Have you heard something more delicious in your entire life? Oh my gosh.
It's actually this year's People's Choice cookies. So this idea came straight from our customers.
You guys made this cookie. I just want to ask the customers, how does that make you feel? Drop it in the comments. We want to know. This is your cookie. Oh my gosh, it looks delicious. So it looks like a chocolate base.
It's a brownie base.
Oh, brownie base, even better. Mm.
Yep, it's actually a new brownie base packed with more brownie flavor and goodness, and then it's a cookie dough mousse with cookies and cream.
Cookie dough mousse? I didn't know that was a possibility.
Everything's a possibility. And then we have edible cookie dough and the brownie cookie pieces on top.
Oh my gosh. I just have to try it. It looks so delicious. Oh, I love our cookie cutters. You guys, if you haven't tried a cookie cutter, they're available in store. It just makes it so much easier than like if you were to cut it with a knife.
Yeah, and easier to share with friends and family.
It is. See, we're going to share. Let me know what you think. Oh.
There we go.
There we go. I'm so excited. Okay, cheers. Well, the brownie base is delicious.
Oh, thank
So
you.
we can start there.
Mm-hmm.
Very chocolatey, very good. Love that.
And then you get a lot of molasses notes.
Yes. I was trying to pin down what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Molasses. It's very nice. And the texture of the mousse, I'm a big texture girl. Everybody on this show knows that because I call it out like every single week. But some things are important to people. Texture is important to me. And it's very smooth, very creamy. And it blends really well because the base of the cookie, like this brownie layer, is a little bit more chewy. And so together, it's just like such a nice experience.
And then you get like the soft cookies and cream cookies that are in the mousse as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's super nice. And then the edible
Really
cookie
good.
dough on top is just an extra, just an extra pop
it's
of cookie dough flavor.
Cookie dough, you cannot go wrong with cookie dough, you guys.
No.
It's just yummy.
For me, it's a 9.2.
Oh, that's a very high score.
Yeah.
That's very good.
It's a combination of all my favorite things.
It is a really tasty cookie. I would give this an 8. Like, it genuinely is so yummy. And the textural components, like I talked about, just make it for me. And the chocolate base, too. I mean, that brownie base is so good.
Thank you.
You guys are going to want to try it for yourself. Super, super yummy. And later, we're going to go on a little kitchen tour. Is that right?
Yes, we are. Yep.
Okay, you guys are going to get to see behind the scenes what we do here at Crumbl HQ, how recipes are made. So let's go ahead and head to that part of the tour.
Hi, and welcome to the test kitchen. This is where we do all of the R&D work for all of the cookies that you get to see on the menu. We start our day here at the counter where we get to go over new profiles and assignments, and people get to ask questions, and we get to be super creative and collaborative and super fun. So follow me. Behind me, you'll get to see that we've got a lot of stuff going on right now. We're about to start something called Cookie Review, where we get to look at all of our new cookies that we're trying to bring into rotation. You'll see a couple of different options are cooling on the rack so that they can get trayed up and ready to go. And behind me, we have our bakers getting all of those profiles ready. So you can tell we've got a lot of different frostings, a lot of different toppings that we try to get ready. We usually do 5 or 6 different variations of each cookie to show each time that we show a new ideation so that we can get an idea of where we want to go for the future. If you follow me this way. Okay, right up over here we have Mackenzie. Can I get a wave? She's working on a couple of really fun lemon themed and I believe some new peanut butter.
Yes.
Great, it's so fun. And over here we have Erin and Emma trying out some cookies and looking at some flavors that we just did. Thanks for joining me on a little tour of the test kitchen. I hope you had fun, and thanks for tuning in to this episode of Crumbl Unboxed.